Hey, this is the Mexican American. What a way to start Black History Month. Let's get this going. Let's get the ball rolling. All right, it's actually no laughing matter. I'm gonna tell you some stories about little boys, little black boys, the Black King. There's one in Indianapolis. He was told to come home, and all this information I got today. That's just today alone. And anyways, what happened was in Indianapolis, the father says, "Come home." And I don't know what type of, I don't know how far it escalated, if it was over the phone or if he showed up at the party or whatever. But he said, "Come home." Well, the young man came home and shot everybody, mother, father, little brother, little sister. Everybody in the house was dead. It was the biggest massacre in Indianapolis history. And it was a young black kid that did that. His little brother begged him. He says, "I have $40. Take my money. Please don't shoot me." Shot him anyway. Another incident happened in Dallas where this gentleman, no gentleman my ass, but he was girl got on his nerves. Took an AR, shot the mom, shot the girl, shot himself, okay? And put that on Instagram for everybody to see. And I saw the video. He's talking about, she's still breathing. The mom, big mom, still breathing. Please call the ambulance. He didn't call her. He was still on Instagram. They all passed away, unfortunately. And another incident that I heard about today, where this kid shot his mother because she begged him to get a job. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, because this does make sense. This is the Make Sense Again America. This is your fault. This is all your fault. And what I mean, the liberals' faults and the black fault for hyping up the liberal agenda. Look, one time I was giving this lady a ride, okay? Now, I wasn't an Uber driver, but I had to take her. The mechanic had said, "Hey, can you take her home?" And I'm friends with a lot of people. And I was like, yeah, I'll take her home. Well, she was a teacher, real nice lady. Don't know her name, but this was back in the early 2000s, before the cell phones were out or whatever, before cell phones were popular. But she mentioned to me that as a teacher on the first day of school, this black bitch goes up to the kid's face on the first day of school. See, this lady was a teacher for small children. Says, if this lady yells at you, she didn't even talk to the teacher. She wanted the teacher to hear this. If this lady yells at you, you storm out of the classroom, go in the office, grab their phone, and you call me. Because don't nobody yell at my baby. What you do is you give that child power. Now that kid's like, yeah, you can't talk to me like that. Because my mama bust you up. My mama kick your butt. And so the teacher was like, she goes, my hands were tied. My hands were tied. I'm a teacher. I don't yell at kids. I know that these children are little babies. Why would I just start screaming at kids? But for some reason, the lady wanted to show dominance. The lady wanted to show, don't nobody yell at my baby. And so nobody yelled at the baby. Even if the kid does wrong, nobody can say anything to you. You're still like that today. You will damage a restaurant. Can't nobody say nothing. You'll talk at the movies. Shh. Who said that? Nobody can say anything to you. It's almost, man, you got this whole shield, this force field that protects you from criticism. Now you got them all grown up, because this happened in the 2000 era. These are the same kids. Nobody ever talked to you like that. Nobody had to deal with you. Well, because of COVID, the kids are home. The kids are home all day long, not bringing any income. All they do is eat, sleep, and shit. And so you're the teacher now. You got to start commanding things. Get up. It's 8 a.m. Stand up. Go clean yourself. Clean your room. Keep yourself occupied. Could you please read a book? Okay, all you do is listen to this rap music all day, and all you want to do is do a TikTok dance or Instagram. Get a job. Do something productive. I'm sorry. Are you yelling at the kid? There'll be no yelling at no kid. A teacher couldn't do it. A principal couldn't do it. And now you're doing it. Funny thing is, though, that when they end up in jail, the cops do it all the time. Okay, policemen in jail. I've been in the county. The way they talk to you is demeaning. Okay, it takes away a little bit of it deprives you the way they speak to you. But it works. When it's time to get up, you get up. When it's time to eat, you eat. When it's time to bathe, you bathe. When it's time, it's time. But for some reason, the principal can't talk to you like that. The teacher can't talk to you like that. And the security guard can't talk to you like that. But for some reason now, you have to start talking to your son like that. And you're sick and tired of this son that you raised, and you have to start raising your voice. And now you realize what teachers have to go through. dealing with your kid, your badass kid that knows all the lyrics to all the songs that talk about gunplay, hoes, bitches, sluts. This is your fault. The reason I blame liberals because they're the ones that said, do not spank the child, do not talk to the child any which kind of way, do not yell at the child. They still baby you to this day. Some country artist said the word and everybody got a period stain. There was not even any black people nowhere nearby. He just said the word. All of a sudden now, we got to take him out. We're so sorry. And it happened on Black History Month too. Man, you people are babied. Man, are you a black king or not? It's disgusting. But I don't know where that's going. As far as how black men are going to react or act when it's, I don't know. But I know how your black kids are acting. They ain't never been yelled at. They're getting yelled at by their mothers. And they don't want to hear it. They're tired of it. They're tired of being yelled at. They've never been yelled at on a daily basis. When they were going to school, it was no, Jamal Quavius, that's a no. Please sit down. Please sit down. Please sit down. Ignore them. I'm going to send you, okay, I'm putting you on timeout. I know that you're 16 years old and you're bigger than me, but please, you will not be speaking like that. Now you got this thing going home. Sit your dumb ass down, you lazy mother, and so now your parents are talking to you some kind of way and you don't like it. You feeling some type of way, ain't you? You're getting that single mama down your throat. And for the first time, you're feeling the effect of what everybody had to go through with that, the way we got spoken to. You can't brush it off because this is a new experience for you to get yelled at in your face. You had to get a gun and shoot your mother. You had to get a gun and shoot your fathers. This is going to happen a lot more. Forget the liberal agenda. That's why somebody wants to scream at my kid. You can scream at him, but he better mess up. The kid needs to know discipline, and I'll scream at him too. I talk to my kids in that manner, in that way. Because they're developing young men. They're not little snowflakes. I don't talk to them like that. I don't speak to them like, no, in the corner, here you go. That was naughty. Fuck all that. The hell I'm going to talk to my kid like he's a punk. I'm going to talk to my kid like he's a developing young man. That was a stupid thing you just did. Let's go ahead and rewind what the hell you just did and why you did that and why I got to put a foot in your ass. My kid has threatened to call CPS, and I said, you call the sons of bitches. I don't give a damn. Go get them. I'll wash my hands on this, man. You're not my kid anyway. I told him just like that. You're not my kid anyway. The older one's not my kid. You're not my kid anyway. And he tripped out when I said that. Oh, you ain't my kid? No. You find somebody else to feed you. You find somebody else to buy you football uniforms. Ain't no men don't love men around here, boy. He knows how to talk to people now. He's very respectful. It's what you're supposed to do, is mold your kid to be a great young man, to be a fine young man, to be a fine old man, and a great student of society. But no, don't talk to my kid like that. Don't disrespect my child. You can have him now. COVID has blessed us by keeping your kid at home so you can see the little badass that he is. So you can see the little thuggery that he likes to pull. His lazy stank ass. That's your son. That's your creation. You made that. That's all you, baby. Now he got a gun pointed at your dome because he can't stand being talked to like that. And that's why I say it makes sense, because the liberals wanted this anger to go against the police and authority. Instead, it's going towards parents. That's where it backfired. You see, when you're a kid and you never get yelled at and you never get screamed at, and along comes this cop with blonde hair and blue eyes screaming in your face, a lot of things, the hamster starts running. They really are racist. They talked to me. They demeaned me. They spoke to me. He rose his voice to me. He put me in handcuffs. He talked about, he got a gun, things like that. But no. Forget the cops. This is just you on your daily life You got to sit there. And the liberals are like, well, wait a minute now. It's supposed to be a cop yelling at him, not mommy. But mommies can't take it no more. And mommies are raising their voice to the baby. The same baby you told that teacher, do not disrespect my child. You call me. You know what he did? They called you. Now you got to deal with this little stink-ass kid. This is your fault. This is your work. That's why back in the day, every child feared their parents. Old men still loved their mothers because they knew that their mothers put a spanking on that ass for a reason and spoke to their kids and then raised their kids. Not spank your kids and go to the club. Not ignore their kids and go to the club. No, you're doing it wrong. Black women are how did Thomas Sotomayor say it? Black women are the worst stewards of single parents, something like that. Black mothers are the worst stewards. That's what he thinks. I think that's what he said. It's sad. But like I said, you wanted this kid to not be disrespected. And ain't nobody, now you're doing it. Understand now, you're the teacher. You're yelling at his face. The one thing you said don't do. You're screaming in his head. You're screaming in the direction of his head. You're raising your voice. You're demanding things to happen right now. Clean your room. Get a job. Shut up. Come home. Now. Yeah, he's going to lose it. Yeah, there's going to be more incidents like this. It's not the teacher anymore. And somewhere out there, there's a white teacher said, yep, that's that badass kid that you told me not to yell at. And that's that badass kid you told me not to talk to that way. And that's you now, talking to your kid like that. Man, Black History Month has started off with a bang. I mean, what are they going to do, close out strong? Is there going to be more incidents like this? Because these young men have just massacred their whole entire families and just ripped the hearts of other families. Sad and tragic. But I saw it coming because I make sense of it all. And you didn't see it coming, did you? Nah, I didn't know it was going to happen like this. Of course you did. Yeah, you did. Anyway, this is the Make Sense Again American. If you want me to make sense out of this, it makes sense. Nobody could yell at your kid. Nobody could scream at him. Nobody could discipline him. Nobody could talk to him. He's all yours. COVID kicked in. He ain't going nowhere. He got to learn at the house of the computer. You get to deal with him. And he shot you. Makes sense to me. If this don't make sense, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it does make sense. But if it don't, hit me back. I dare you to challenge me.